What's up, everybody? Welcome to Hammerdown Motorsports. Today behind me we have our 22 F350 Platinum. And if you guys know, we've tried all kinds of different accessories on this truck, and wintertime is coming and we have a brand new product here from 3W. Now, this is a brand new set of all-weather floor mats for the truck that's going to give us a whole lot better coverage than anything you're going to get, especially the factory ones. So let's see what we're starting with and where we're going to end up with our brand new product here from 3W. So for starters, let's get our product here out of the box, show you guys exactly what we're dealing with here. See what our new product is going to look like before we get it all installed. Set that aside. I'll get these all out of the plastic and laid out for you guys, show you exactly what they look like. All right, so now you can see we do have our rear mat here on the tailgate, and I have our front two mats sitting up here. We'll take a closer look at those in a minute, but you can see how this design is and how deep these grooves are. And this is designed to trap dirt, water, all that kind of stuff. If you're in the snow, you want to keep that stuff from running out onto the gaps and getting into your carpet. You can see how the trough and everything is on this mat. And once we get it in the truck, we'll actually show you guys exactly how this fits around everything in the vehicle. But these are laser measured, so they're made specifically for your vehicle. They're not just a generic that's gonna fit the whatever way it does. This one is specifically designed for the F350, and they do have a wide variety of other mats too as well for other vehicles. So definitely check out their website for all the different applications. But with this, you do have a thorax material, and you do have their Vigor mold technology, which is really nice as well. So everything should be able to stay where it needs to be, and that's exactly what we want in our truck that we're going to be using and getting dirty and enjoying, because that's what these trucks are made for. So here we have our front mats, and one thing I really do like about the 3W mats is this carpeted piece, because I really do like the look and the feel of carpeted mats, but obviously if you put them in your truck, they're gonna get dirty, they're gonna get packed full of stuff, and they're gonna be really hard to clean. But with this, you do have the option, you can pop this out. If it's really messy and dirty and you really don't want to get your carpeted piece dirty, just pull it out, and then you have all of this underneath. So you have your standard mat basically with all of your really deep grooves and everything to trap all the nastiness. But if you just want to be driving around and you want to have that comfort and nice feel of that high-end carpet beneath your feet, which I do enjoy, you do have that option. You can just snap that right back in and you're good to go. And even if you do get this dirty, no big deal. You can just pop this out and take it to the pressure washer, clean it off, or use some soapy water, whatever you want to do to clean your carpet, whatever your method may be. But these are a very easy to clean mat as well. You just remove them from the vehicle, hit them with some soap and water, some damp cloth, and you'll be able to get these looking brand new once again and ready for your next adventure. And we didn't even forget the passengers. We do have the passenger mat here as well with the carpeted sections. So again, optional. You can pop this out and have your mat over here for those dirty, wet, and muddy conditions, or you can put your passenger in the lap of luxury with some beautiful carpet there as well. So now going over to the truck, we are going to remove our factory mat. On the passenger side, there's no posts or anything like that. This is just a Ford standard mat, which we're gonna do this with. And we'll grab our new 3W mat, get this in place and show you guys how it fits. So installation, pretty standard stuff. Get it into the position. Sometimes during shipping there is a little bit of learning that the material needs to do, just because it has been sitting in a box for a while. You can see how this corner is lifted up a little bit. A lot of times you just let these sit for a little while and everything will lay down the way it's supposed to, or you can use a little heat or just kind of bend it the other direction a little bit just to be able to get that to learn where it needs to be. But gravity will do the work. You can see already everything is already laying down nicely for us, but you can see everything goes really close here with our kick panel, and you can see how it fits the floor. Just try to get this a little bit more into position. but you can see exactly here where it is going to catch any of that stuff, because if your boots are wet and muddy and you have a little bit of splash, you want it to be able to catch on there and then get down into your grooves of your mat so you can clean it out later without having to worry about getting that onto your factory carpet. And one thing I did notice is it does cover up this sill. Obviously, this sill on a 22 is not factory. This is a factory piece, but it's not the one that came with the truck. So it's on a standard truck, you would not have the lit one, but I do have that. But it is actually going to give us some protection on that for the winter months. A lot of times I do cringe if people ever step on these because I want to keep them nice. And now through those dirty winter months, and when we have lots of grime and dirt and everything on our boots, if people were to step on this and damage this, at least now you have this protection over top. And here's a quick look at the rear of the truck. You can see with our factory mat, we do have a big carpet gap right here. And a lot of times I have my dogs in the back, and any bit of exposed carpet I'm cleaning dog hair off of. So to have that covered would be really, really nice. So let's see how this one covers compared to our new one from 3W. And we'll grab our new mat. See if I can do this all one-handedly. Pretty sure I can. Just gonna kind of slide this over to the other side. Get this one loosely in place. Open the other side and carefully set this underneath this seat. Give it a little wiggle. Go over to the other side. And we'll get this all laid out flat. And obviously this did just come out of the box, so we do have a little bit of learning to do here in the middle. This is gonna sit a lot flatter than what we have right now. All right, so it's been a few days and I took a pair of boots, actually just set it in the center here, and then I was able to get a little bit of pressure just on the center of the mat to be able to get everything to lay down really nicely. And you can see now everything's exactly where it needs to be, and it's looking really nice here in the back of the truck. So especially if you have a center passenger and they have muddy boots on, they're probably not gonna be thinking, oh, my boots might be sitting right on your carpet if they have them up here a little bit too far or whatever. But now we don't have to worry about that because the mat actually goes all the way to the console and covers that up, which is really, really nice. And you can see around our seat, this is a lot, way better covered than what our other ones were. This is a straight piece now here that just goes over top of our rear seat parts over there. And then we do have this really nice fitment over here that goes right to where our factory plastic is. So anything that's gonna run over here can actually get out of the truck instead of sitting on our carpet, and we don't have that big carpet gap here any longer. And it can be a little bit hard to see, so we'll put some light on the situation over here. You can get a better look at the fitment over here right out of the box. Very nice fitment under the seat over here, and you can see over by our little kind of under seat toolbox area, this piece actually fits a little bit above that, so you don't have that little ridge in the back collecting all kinds of dirt and grime that we're gonna have to clean out later. So I really like the fit and finish in here. We got a really good coverage of the back of the truck, which is gonna be absolutely awesome for our road trips. So now, most importantly, we'll save the best for last, our driver's side. Now, I do obviously have our floor mat from Ford in here, and this is just a look at our coverage. We do have near our dead pedal, there's not a lot of option there. You can kind of see where my shoe sits, and a little bit of stuff gets over there onto the carpet. A little bit of stuff has gotten up on the top, and you can see how far that mat really actually goes up there. And then around the gas pedal, it's really not a lot of coverage at all. You got a little bit of heel coverage, and anything that falls off that gas pedal is going directly onto your carpet. And you can see the gaps that we have around here. They end right there. A bunch of stuff collects in this area as well. So let's get rid of this guy, and then we can see how much coverage we have with our 3W. So again, easy installation. Slide it into place, find your factory post, just line it up with the factory posts. just like that. All right, so now let's see what our 3W mat looks like in place of our factory one. You can see there's a whole lot better coverage and how far everything goes to the front, which is really important, especially when you have mud and everything falling off your boots. You want that to be caught by your mat, not by your factory carpet. So you can see by the throttle pedal, you have lots of room around it, but you do have that coverage now, and that can all just kind of fall back down in through and get caught underneath this mat here. And this is where your dirt's gonna be, not in your carpet that you'll have to clean out later. So very, very nice options. Everything looks really good fit and finish wise. And this is gonna be an absolute treat to have, especially in those messy winter months or those off-road trips or anything like that, where we got a lot of dirt and everything coming into the truck. This is gonna make cleanup a whole lot easier and just keep this truck looking new for so much longer. So there it is, everybody, our brand new all-weather mats from 3W. Definitely check out the link in the description and drop in the comments, what do you guys think of the fit and finish of these mats for the Super Duty? I think they look absolutely awesome. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. And as always, keep that hammer down.